On your journey to building wealth, matter of fact, on our journey to building wealth, we must understand that it won't be easy, but we must extrapolate the lesson. We must extrapolate the lesson so we can identify it as a blessing, but so we can also set boundaries. We must identify the blessing and the boundaries that are required. On our journey to build wealth, what happens is and I've taken this as a personal matter, that we have tried to save everyone. We have tried to put every person that we know on, and what that does is it almost stagnates our growth. And the reason why it stagnates our growth is because before we can fully take in what it is that we are trying to learn, before we can fully understand the lessons and the intricacies of the journey, we are in a rush to teach the people that we know. And that can oftentimes hinder our growth. And the reason why it hinders our growth is because we don't give ourselves the chance to fully become immersed in the journey. I've noticed that on my journey, I've had to take times where I block out even the people closest to me so that I can truly hone in on what it is I need to be receiving. On the journey, what I have also come encounter with is it takes for us to fail, it takes for us to make the mistakes so that we can truly understand what is trying to be taught. The mistakes and the adversity isn't meant for us to quit. And one of the things I've truly had to realize was this, Jose, there's a big difference in the quitter and the person who loses. The difference is the person who loses at the game, they gave it their all. They went in it to fight. They went in it to win. They went in it with a game plan, but whatever said thing was, it was just greater than what they had. And that's okay. You lose. But the failure is the person that quits, because you never gave it all you had. The minute you got faced with opposition, you decided that I'll start over. The minute the fire got a little hot, you said, this ain't for me. The minute the pressure started putting some turbulence on you, you decided that ain't what I'm willing to go through. I'm not willing to be a diamond. I'd rather stand on the side and look good. This is the difference between the cubic zirconia and the diamond. From a distance, they both look the same. With the right light, they both can twinkle. But one has mastered the art of being resilient under pressure. The diamond can take the cut. As a matter of fact, in order to be a diamond, it is a prerequisite that you get cut. Damn. We said extrapolate and prerequisite all in the intro. That's the time of day we gonna have today. But I want us to understand that just because the journey doesn't go exactly as you had it planned, you aren't the failure. You may just have to go back and take the lesson from that loss. Remember, there's a blessing in the battle. But the battle is only for those who are truly equipped to go to war. And the game of wealth is truly about going to war against mediocrity, going to war against poverty, going to war against those mindsets and behaviors that you had, Going to war to wealth is about increasing your financial hygiene. Going to war to wealth is about increasing your financial fortitude. Going to war for wealth is what we should have named this episode, Jose. In times like this, in markets like this, is when you have people who are saying, you know what? This ain't for me. And that's what this is all about. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Man, your boy been getting cooked. Man, but listen, I love the game so much, the thought of me not playing it didn't never cross my mind. The thought of me quitting this game, the thought of me taking it ain't even much crossed my mind because I understand that this is a part of the process. So if I'm up 250K in the options market and then I lose 60, I ain't mad. You know why? Because I still went dug 185, 190 something out the market with 3 months left. With 91 days left, I'm still in the game. A while back, we talked about something. We talked about Joe Frazier and we talked about Muhammad Ali. And we said in the 15th round, Rumble in the Jungle, in the 15th round, when it was all on the line, Muhammad Ali still stood up. Muhammad Ali still stood up. And if his corner would have thought about throwing a towel in, it would have been a fight between him and them at that moment. Let me down the field, because at least I know one thing, I'm gonna leave it all on the line chasing greatness. And even though we know Joe Frazier was a pit bull, in that moment, and I'm not taking nothing away from his legacy, but what I do know is this, that was a defining moment in his legacy, because in round 15, all he had to do was stand up. Because Ali even said it. He said, I ain't gonna step out there. So what do you do in the moment? What do you do in the moment when you don't know what the opposition is thinking, but all you gotta do is show up? A lot of y'all don't understand that all you gotta do is show up. Man, I'm gonna be real with you, man. My last 3 trades ain't go the way I wanted them to go. But guess what? Man, I'm still showing up, man. Because the idea of me not playing this game, I'm mentally unemployable. I'm wealth driven. When you see people like Bill Ackman say, man, I lost 400 million. When you see people like Warren Buffett say, I lost 2 billion. When you see people playing this game saying, and I had to ask you think you're not going to take a loss at some point on the journey, Trap? you think you're too good to take? No, I don't. But I'm equipped. I'm armed. As a matter of fact, I'm equipped, armed, and dangerous. Because for every loss I take, I become that much more financially calloused. For every win I make, I become that much more confident. Every time the market drops 3%, 4%, 5%, and my mental fortitude says, Trap, get back in there and fight, I know for a fact that this is a game I'm willing to play. And when I look back at my track record and I say the market was down 33% last year, 13% last year, and we still came out that thing with a W, it already tells me that I have the financial DNA to play this game, play it at a high level, and succeed. So what I need us to understand is, welcome. Welcome to the gladiator sport of building wealth. What is your armor? What is your weaponry? And while those two things are extremely important, they are imperative for you to have victory, the most important thing you gotta have in this game is courage. The financial courage. You gotta have that. When you see the market bloody, when you just put a play in, do you have the courage to say, I'm fit for the fight? There's a blessing in the battle. There's a reason why when I come on this stage, when I go on these shows, I tell y'all not just what to do, not just but I tell y'all an idea, what I see. You know why? Because I know this, the market may not always repeat itself, but it will rhyme. And the thing is, what do you do when you come across a situation that's familiar? So when I say something to you like, yo, August and September are the worst months in the market. All right, I've been here before. And so I come a week ahead of October and I tell you, hey, listen, there was a crash in 1929. There's a crash in 1987. There was a crash in 2008, which makes October a spooky month because it is in October when you think the market is supposed to rally, but a few things could go wrong and the market will not rally because they're thinking this is 1929, 1987, 2008 all over again. So when I see that, I'm like, nope, I ain't moving. Now it's time for me to make a decision. Trap, what we gonna do here? Will I get them all right? Hell no. Will I make mistakes? Of course. But will I keep playing the game? And that is without a doubt my secret sauce. I'm financially resilient. I'm financially resilient. Financially resilient, y'all. You're gonna find a lot of people who will always brag about how much they win. But you ain't gonna find the people that's willing to show you the loss. And I show you my losses as proud as I show you my wins. And that is why 100% when I make a $50,000 day, when I make a $60,000 day, when I make an $80,000 day, I'm full of pride and joy. I'm smiling. I'm gonna post it. You know why? Because I know what it took for me to get there. I know I had to endure this. I know I had to go through this. It's a part of the game. The only way you can truly be a master of this game. I don't gotta be the best. I just wanna be a master of it. There's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to play this game. There's more than one weaponry that you can put in your arsenal, your armor to build wealth. What I will say is this. Whichever weapon you decide to use on this journey, make sure you master it. Make sure you master that weapon. Make sure you use it to its fullest potential. Because you're gonna need it. They always say that a boxer's greatest weapon is his jab. But it doesn't say that that is his only weapon. Because you may fight a person that nullifies the jab, and what happens? Now you need a left hook. Now you need a right cross. Now you need a body shot. What happens when the person nullifies the jab? What happens when you fight the southpaw now and that one weapon takes away? What happens when you're a basketball player and you love to shoot the three and the team takes away the three? Now you don't know how to drive to the paint. What happens when you're a football team and you love the short pass and now the opposing defense take away the underneath routes? Now you have nothing left in your weaponry. You are one-dimensional. You cannot be one-dimensional in this game and expect to succeed. And expect to succeed. So for me and everybody who rock with me, our goal is to be equipped and our goal is to be in position. And the one thing I can guarantee you is if we're equipped and we are in position, we cannot lose.